Yo, what's up guys, my name is Mr. Freeze2244 and welcome to episode 4 of the inventory showcase. We'll be covering the sniper rifles in this video. I've already covered the SMGs, shotguns and pistols and the assault rifles, so there's a link at the end of the outro of the end of this video. You'll see the full playlist. There's also a link in the description of the full playlist as well, so you're going to check that out. So for the sniper rifles, the first one we're covering is the Bartoli Woodsman hunting rifle unlocked at mastery level 20 in Dartmoor. So it says, from Bartoli, makers of the finest hunting gear available, comes the new Bartoli Woodsman hunting rifle. The stock is carved from solid walnut, the barrel drilled from the highest quality metal blend. So this is what it looks like in game, and the statistics are as follows. So it has 6 rounds in the chamber and 18 in reserve, so it's 24 overall. It has an unpack animation, so it's basically slowing you down when you're unpacking it and repacking it, but it's got barely any idle sway whatsoever. It's got no zoom level though, it's unsuppressed, it's got no slowdown, and it's not always a one-shot kill to the chest as well, but the fire rate is very good, but overall not a very good sniper rifle. Next is the Druzhina 34 DTI, which is locked to mastery level 15 in Dubai, and it's a DTI variant of the Druzhina 34, a modern long-distance sniper rifle, very effective at all ranges with medium firing rate, and it has piercing ammo. So this has 4 rounds in the magazine, 16 in reserve, so it's 20 overall. It has an unpack repack animation as well, so again it slows you down if you're trying to be quick. It's unsuppressed, so it hasn't got a silencer on it. It's mostly got vertical idle sway, so it's pretty much standard. It's got a very slow fire rate. It's got piercing rounds, so that's the only thing it's got going for it really, the fact that it's got piercing rounds, and that's pretty much it. Next is the Hackle Leviathan sniper rifle covert, which is locked at mastery level 20 in Chongqing. And a covert variant of the Hackle Leviathan sniper rifle. The ICA latest model of the Leviathan is a modern marksman rifle, silenced and deadly. So it has a subsonic perk. It's got a whole bunch of perks there, but it's only got 4 rounds in the magazine, 16 in reserve. It's got no unpack animation though, so it's quite quick when you unpack it and repacking it. It's got subsonic rounds and it's got a suppressor, so it's one of the best in the category. But it's got the same standard idle sway as the other sniper rifles, and the reticle has bad blooming on very bright maps. The fire rate is really slow, but it has got piercing rounds, and that's all it's got going for it. Next is the Jaeger 7, which is locked at mastery level 5 in Paris. And it's a modern marksman rifle, highly accurate and modular, allows for extensive customization, and it has the scouting perk, which can be aimed quickly, increased rate of fire. This used to have a suppressor in the season 1, but it's not suppressed in Hitman 2 or Hitman 3. But it's got 6 rounds in the magazine, 18 in reserve. It's got an unpack animation, so it's slow. It's unsuppressed. It's got next to no idle sway though, however, but it's got no zoom levels and it's got no slowdown either. It's weak as well. It only does one shot chest shot at really close range. Otherwise it's 2 shots. It's got good recoil properties though, and it's got a fast fire rate. Next is the Jaeger 7 Lancer, which is locked at mastery level 20 in Sapienza. And it's a Lancer variant of the Jaeger 7, a modern marksman rifle, highly accurate and modular, allowing for extensive customization. It has the piercing perk. It's got 2 times variable scope and a marksman perk. So it's got 5 rounds in the magazine, 20 in reserve. It's got an unpack animation, so it's slow unpacking it. It's unsuppressed, so it's really loud. Piercing rounds though, so it can penetrate bodies. It's got a 3 times zoom, not a 2 times like it says. It's got a standard idle sway, standard fire rate, and it does have a slowdown perk, which it doesn't actually say, but it has got a slowdown perk on this. Next is the Jaeger 7 Tiger, which is locked at mastery level 15 in Bangkok. And it's a unique Tiger variant of the Jaeger 7, a modern marksman rifle with custom detailing, highly accurate and modular, allowing for extensive customization, and it has a rate of fire perk and extended magazine. So this one you get 8 rounds in the magazine instead of the standard 6, and you get 24 in reserve. It's got an unpack animation, so it's slow unpacking it. It's unsuppressed, so it's loud. It's got standard idle sway, but it's worse than the Jaeger 7 itself, overall the base one. It's got no zoom levels, it's got no slowdown. It doesn't one-shot at mid to long range. Its fire rate is fastest in the class. It's fast as a pistol, really. But the recoil is so ridiculous, it's completely impractical. The next is the Seeker 300, unlocked at mastery level 15 in Colorado. It's a classic bullpup sniper rifle designed for precise medium-range engagements. It has 3 perks, the suppressor, marksman, and the versatile scope. So it has 6 rounds in the magazine, 30 in reserve, so it's a massive ammo pool there. It's got no unpack animation, so it's quick to unpack it and repack it. It's got a suppressor. It's got standard idle sway. It's got a 3 times zoom. It has a slowdown marksman perk, and it has a standard fire rate, so it's not fast or slow. Next is the Sieger 300 Ghost, which is you have to complete the Javeo calibration escalation in the house built on sand bonus mission in Marrakesh to unlock it. But once you unlock it, it's a unique ghost variant of the Sieger 300 designed for high precision, high damage engagements for all ranges, and in modular fashion which allows for extensive customization. It's got a subsonic perk, suppressor, 4x zoom, and a marksman perk. And overall, it's probably the best sniper rifle in the game, I think, statistically. So 6 rounds in the magazine, only 18 in reserve though, so it's not much ammo really. It's got no unpack animation, so it's quick to unpack it and repack it. It's got subsonic rounds and it's got a suppressor, so it's completely silent. It's got standard idle sway, 4x zoom. It's got a slowdown marksman perk, and the fire rate is slightly slower than the regular Sieger 300, which is quite interesting. Next is the Sieger 300 Viper, which is locked at mastery level 20 in Mendoza. It's a Viper variant of the Sieger 300, a classic bullpup sniper rifle designed for precise medium range engagements. It's got a versatile 3x scope, suppressor, and a marksman perk to go with it as well. But this is basically a copy and paste of the regular Sieger 300. There is no difference between them two sniper rifles. 6 rounds in the magazine though, and 30 in reserve, so it's quite a massive amount of reserve ammo though. No unpack animation, suppressed, standard idle sway, 3x zoom. It's got a slowdown marksman perk, and it's got a standard fire rate. So again, nothing special or unique about this apart from the way it looks, which is disappointing. Next is the white Sieger 300, which you can only unlock through the Proloft Parable, which you have the deluxe escalation. You can do that on the Carpathian Mountains. So it's an Arctic variant of the Sieger 300 designed for high precision, high damage engagements at all ranges, and it's got pretty much all the perks there really, apart from the piercing ammo. It's only got 6 rounds in the magazine and 12 in reserve though, so it's one of the smallest amount of ammo pools that we have. It is in fact smaller than the Sieger 300 Ghost. But apart from that particular fact, everything is exactly the same as the Sieger 300 Ghost. This is a copy and paste of the Sieger 300 Ghost. The only difference between them two sniper rifles is the fact that this only has 12 in reserve compared to the Ghost's 18. Next is the Druzhina 34, which is unlocked to mastery level 20 in Mumbai. And it's a modern long-distance sniper rifle, very effective at all ranges, but has a slow firing rate. It's got piercing rounds and an extended magazine. It has 8 rounds in the mag, 32 in reserve. It's got an unpack repack animation, so it's slow. It's unsuppressed, so it's very loud. Mostly vertical idle sway, which is pretty much a standard fire rate, standard idle sway. 3x zoom. It's got no slowdown perk to it though. It's got very slow fire rate. It's got piercing ammo, but it's got very bad recoil. But it's probably one of the worst sniper rifles in the game because it's got very slow fire rate, and the only thing that's going for it is the piercing perk. So the next one is the ICA Arctic Druzhina, which is unlocked after completing to mastery level 20 in the Siberia Sniper Assassin map. It's a unique ICA variant of the Druzhina 34, and it's got the same statistics as the previous 34 round. So it's only got 5 rounds in the magazine compared to the regular Druzhina's 8. It's got 20 in reserve. It's got an unpack animation, but it is suppressed. It's got piercing rounds, 3x zoom scope, standard idle sway, standard fire rate, but it has no slowdown perk like it advertises though. So that was nerfed in the recent patch. They removed all the special ammo for this sniper rifle, but now it doesn't even have the slowdown, which is incredible really. Next is the ICA Bartoli Woodsman Hunting Rifle Covert, which is unlocked after completing 17 Sniper Assassins. It's a covert ICA variant of the Bartoli Woodsman Hunting Rifle from Bartoli. Makers of the finest hunting gear available, comes with the new Bartoli Woodsman Hunting Rifle. The stock is carved from solid walnut, which is not. The barrel drilled with the highest quality metal blend, comes with a suppressor. Now it does say that it has the piercing perk, however it does not. Hopefully that needs to be fixed. But it's got 6 rounds in the magazine, 18 in reserve. It's got an unpack repack animation, so it's quite slow. It's got barely any idle sway though, it's probably practically non-existent. It's got 3x zoom, it's suppressed, it has a slowdown perk. It's not always one shot to the chest though. From mid to long range it's actually a 2-3 shot. It doesn't have the piercing rounds like I said, but it's got a very nice clean scope to it. I really like it, and it's got a very fast fire rate. Next is the Jaeger 7 Covert, which is currently unavailable to unlock in Hitman 3 unless you had it previously in Hitman 1 and 2. A covert variant of the Jaeger 7, a modern marksman rifle with a custom detailing, highly accurate and modular, but it's got a slower fire rate. It's got 6 rounds in the magazine, 18 in reserve. It's got an unpack repack animation, so again it's slow unpacking it. It's suppressed. It's got next to no idle sway, just like the woodsman. It's got no zoom levels, however, though. It's got no slowdown either, and it's weak. It's only got it's only a one-shot kill to the very close range, but it's got very good recoil and it's got a fast fire rate. But it's not a very good sniper rifle. I recommend. Next is the Jaeger 7 tuatara, which is not at mastery level 20 in Haven Island. It's a variant of the Jaeger 7, a modern marksman rifle, highly accurate and modular, allowing for extensive customization. They've got the piercing perk, 3x zoom, marksman perk, and the suppressor. So this has got a 5 rounds in the magazine, 20 in reserve. It's got an unpack repack animation, so again it's slow, suppressed. It's got piercing rounds, 3x zoom, standard idle sway, slow fire rate, has no slowdown though, but it's a decent sniper overall. But it's pretty much a copy and paste of the Druzhina 34 Arctic, except for it has the slowdown perk. Other than that, that's the only difference. Next is the Jaeger 300 Advanced, which is unlocked at mastery level 20 in Hokkaido, and it's a modern ICA variant of the Jaeger 300, a bullpup rifle designed for high precision damage for all ranges. So it's a versatile scope, 3x scope, marksman perk, and a suppressor. But it has 6 rounds in the magazine and 36 in reserve, so it's the biggest ammo pool of all the sniper rifles in the game. It's got no unpack animation, it's suppressed, it's got a standard idle sway, 3x zoom scope, it has a slowdown perk as well, but it's got standard fire rate, but it plays the Ave Maria music when you aim down sight, which is a pretty good thing, and it has the same scope as the woodsman, which is very clean. Next is the Jaeger 300 Tactical, which is not at mastery level 10 in Isle of Scale. And it's a tactical variant of the Jaeger 300, designed for precise medium-range engagements, modded to have higher accuracy. I don't know what it means by the higher accuracy, because I'm not seeing any difference really between that and the new one, and the standard one I should say. It's got 6 rounds in the mag, 30 in reserve, no unpack animation, it's got a standard suppressor, standard idle sway, 3x zoom, it has the slowdown perk, it's got standard fire rate, but it's weak, just like the Jaeger 7s and the woodsman, so it's a one-shot kill only at very close range. Other than that, it's inferior. So the last sniper rifle is the Golden Dragon, which is unlocked by completing the Li Hong derivation, which is a deluxe escalation in Chongqing. It's a custom-built Bartoli woodsman hunting rifle with a delicately ornamented barrel, a stock built entirely from a red-tinted cherry with beautiful gold trim, and a Chinese-style Golden Dragon headed muzzle brake. Has piercing rounds, suppressor, 3x scope, and marksman perk. So it's got 6 rounds in the mag and 18 in reserve. It's got an unpack repack animation, so it's slow. It has barely any idle sway, a 3x zoom. It is suppressed. It has a slowdown. It's not always a one-shot kill to the chest though, so mid-range and long-range is not very good. And it's got a very fast fire rate, but it doesn't have piercing rounds like it's advertised. And the scope is quite small, and it's much worse than the woodsman in that regards, because I think the woodsman has a very clean scope. But yeah, that covers all the sniper rifles that we have. So, but if I was to say which is the best sniper rifle in the game, it's definitely the Jaeger 300 Ghost. It still is the best. It reigns supreme. There's no other sniper rifle that really comes near it. But in terms of my favourites, I would say the Jaeger 7 tuatara and the ICA Woodsman Bartoli, which you unlock after completing 17 Sniper Assassins, which is I think is a really good sniper rifle. But yeah, that completes this video. So thank you very much for watching. Feel free to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to do the channel. Hit the bell notification to be notified of all future videos and live streams. Consider supporting me on Patreon or even becoming a member of the channel by clicking the join button below or clicking the link in the description. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching this video. Cheers.